Gentlemen, if you're over 60 and you've been feeling less energetic, losing muscle mass, experiencing low sex drive, or struggling with weak erections, the problem might be sitting right in your kitchen. I'm Dr. Ava Clark, a board-certified urologist with over 20 years of experience helping men optimize their hormone health. Today, I'm going to reveal 5 common foods that are quietly destroying your testosterone levels every single day. These aren't exotic or unusual foods. In fact, you're probably eating at least 2 or 3 of them regularly without realizing the damage they're causing. This isn't about blaming you or making you feel bad about your food choices. This is about giving you the knowledge you need to protect your testosterone, maintain your strength, preserve your sex drive, and feel like yourself again. The good news is that once you know which foods are the problem, you can make simple substitutions that will help your testosterone levels recover naturally. So stay with me for the next 15 minutes. I'm going to explain exactly which foods are killing your testosterone, why they're so harmful, and what you should eat instead. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear action plan to start protecting your hormone health today. So let's get right into it. Here are the 5 foods that are killing your testosterone after 60, and what you need to do about them starting today. The first testosterone-killing food is soy products. Now, I need to be very specific here because there's a lot of confusion about soy. I'm talking about processed soy products like soy milk, tofu, soy protein isolate, soy burgers, and the hidden soy that's in countless processed foods. Many men over 60 have switched to soy milk thinking it's a healthier alternative to dairy. Some men eat tofu or soy burgers thinking they're making a heart-healthy choice. And soy protein shows up in protein bars, protein powders, processed meats, and hundreds of packaged foods. Here's the problem. Soy contains high levels of compounds called phytoestrogens, specifically isoflavones. These are plant-based compounds that act like estrogen in your body. When you consume these compounds regularly, they bind to your estrogen receptors and trigger estrogen-like effects. For men, this is terrible news. Let me explain what happens in your body when you consume too much soy. First, these phytoestrogens directly compete with testosterone. Your body has a delicate balance between testosterone and estrogen. When you flood your system with estrogen-like compounds from soy, this balance shifts dramatically. Second, high soy consumption has been shown in multiple studies to lower testosterone levels. One study found that men who consumed soy protein isolate daily experienced a significant drop in testosterone within just a few weeks. Third, excess estrogen-like activity causes you to gain fat, especially belly fat. And here's the vicious cycle. Fat tissue produces an enzyme called aromatase, which converts even more of your testosterone into estrogen. So the more soy you eat, the more estrogen activity you have, the more belly fat you gain, and the more testosterone you lose. It's a downward spiral. Food number 2 is vegetable oil and fired foods. The second testosterone-killing food group is vegetable oils and anything fried in them. This includes soybean oil, corn oil, canola oil, cottonseed oil, and other highly processed seed oils. These oils are in almost everything: salad dressings, mayonnaise, processed foods, restaurant meals, and especially fried foods. Many men think they're making a healthy choice by using vegetable oil instead of butter or lard. The food industry has convinced us for decades that these oils are heart-healthy. But for your testosterone levels, they're absolutely devastating. Let me explain exactly what these oils do to your hormones and why they're so harmful for men over 60. First, these vegetable oils are extremely high in omega-6 fatty acids. Your body needs some omega-6 fats, but the ratio matters enormously. Ideally, you want a ratio of about 1:1 or at most 4:1 omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acids. But the modern American diet has a ratio of about 20:1 or even higher. This massive imbalance creates chronic inflammation throughout your entire body. Inflammation is one of the biggest testosterone killers because it damages the Leydig cells in your testicles. These are the cells that actually produce testosterone. When these cells are inflamed and damaged, they simply cannot produce adequate testosterone no matter what else you do. Second, these oils are highly unstable. When vegetable oils are extracted, refined, and then heated during cooking, they create harmful compounds called lipid peroxides and aldehydes. These are toxic to your cells and specifically damage the cells involved in hormone production. Think of it like trying to run a factory while someone's constantly throwing wrenches into the machinery. Your testosterone production simply cannot function properly. Third, vegetable oils interfere with cholesterol metabolism. Now, you might think cholesterol is bad, but here's something most men don't know. Testosterone is made from cholesterol. Your body takes cholesterol and converts it into testosterone through a series of steps. When you consume large amounts of vegetable oils, this process gets disrupted. You need healthy cholesterol to make healthy testosterone. Fourth, fried foods are particularly harmful because the high heat creates even more toxic compounds. That fried chicken, those French fries, those fried fish, they're soaked in oxidized vegetable oils that are actively destroying your hormone production. And here's the kicker. Most restaurants use the same oil over and over again, heating it to high temperatures repeatedly. This creates an incredibly toxic brew of compounds that damage your testosterone-producing cells. I've seen many men in my practice whose testosterone levels improved significantly simply by eliminating vegetable oils and fried foods from their diet. One of my patients, a 62-year-old man, came to me with testosterone levels in the low 200s. That's extremely low. He was eating what he thought was a healthy diet, but he was using vegetable oil for cooking, eating fried foods several times a week, and consuming processed foods loaded with these oils. We made several changes to his diet, but one of the biggest was eliminating these toxic oils. 6 months later, his testosterone had climbed to the mid-400s without any other intervention. That's a dramatic improvement just from changing the fats in his diet. Food number 3 is mint, spearmint, and peppermint. The third testosterone-killing food is going to surprise many of you, mint. Specifically, spearmint and peppermint. Now, I'm not talking about occasionally having a mint candy or a cup of peppermint tea. I'm talking about men who drink multiple cups of mint tea daily, or who consume mint regularly in various forms. You might be thinking, how could something as innocent as mint hurt my testosterone? Let me explain the science behind this, because it's fascinating and important. Mint contains compounds that have anti-androgenic properties. This means they actively work against male hormones, including testosterone. Several scientific studies have specifically examined the effect of mint on testosterone levels, and the results are clear and concerning. In one study, researchers gave men spearmint tea twice daily for just 5 days. At the end of those 5 days, their testosterone levels had dropped significantly. Another study looked at women with excess testosterone, a condition called hirsutism. Researchers gave these women spearmint tea to lower their testosterone, and it worked very effectively. Now, if mint can lower testosterone in women who have too much, imagine what it's doing to men over 60 who already have declining testosterone levels. The mechanism appears to be that compounds in mint directly affect the hypothalamus and pituitary gland. These are the parts of your brain that signal your testicles to produce testosterone. When these signals are disrupted, testosterone production drops. Here's why this matters for men over 60. Many older men drink herbal teas for various health reasons. Peppermint tea is incredibly popular because it's caffeine-free, it helps with digestion, and it has a pleasant taste. Some men drink 2, 3, or even 4 cups of mint tea daily. Others regularly consume mint in other forms: mint gum, mint candies, mint-flavored supplements, or dishes heavily flavored with fresh mint. Each of these exposures is adding up and potentially suppressing your testosterone production. And remember, when you're over 60, you're already fighting against natural testosterone decline. You cannot afford to be consuming foods that further suppress your hormones. Now, let me be clear about the dose here. Having an occasional cup of peppermint tea or a piece of mint gum is probably not going to significantly impact your testosterone. The problem is regular, daily consumption of significant amounts of mint. If you're drinking multiple cups of mint tea every day, that's a problem. If you're constantly chewing mint gum throughout the day, that's a problem. If you're regularly consuming dishes with large amounts of fresh mint, that's worth reconsidering. The effect is dose-dependent, meaning the more you consume, the greater the impact on your testosterone. Food number 4 is flaxseed. The fourth testosterone-killing food is flaxseed. This one surprises almost everyone because flaxseed is heavily marketed as a superfood. You'll find it recommended for heart health, digestive health, and omega-3 fatty acids. Many health-conscious men over 60 add ground flaxseed to their smoothies, oatmeal, or yogurt every single morning. They think they're doing something beneficial for their health. And while flaxseed does have some nutritional benefits, for men concerned about testosterone, it's absolutely terrible. Let me explain why flaxseed is so problematic for male hormones and what you need to know. Flaxseed is one of the richest dietary sources of compounds called lignans. Lignans are a type of phytoestrogen, plant compounds that act like estrogen in your body. In fact, flaxseed contains up to 800 times more lignans than most other foods. When you consume flaxseed, these lignans are converted by bacteria in your gut into compounds called enterolactone and enterodiol. These compounds have strong estrogenic activity in your body. For men, this is a major problem. Just like with soy, when you flood your body with estrogen-like compounds, you disrupt the delicate balance between testosterone and estrogen. This tips your hormones in the wrong direction, suppressing testosterone and increasing estrogen activity. Multiple studies have examined flaxseed's effect on testosterone. In one study, men who consumed flaxseed daily experienced a significant decrease in testosterone levels within just a few weeks. Another study specifically looked at flaxseed supplementation in men and found it reduced both total and free testosterone. Free testosterone is the active form that your body can actually use, so this is particularly concerning. The researchers concluded that flaxseed has anti-androgenic effects, meaning it works against male hormones. There's also evidence that flaxseed increases sex hormone-binding globulin, or SHBG. This is a protein that binds to testosterone and makes it unavailable for your body to use. So flaxseed doesn't just lower your total testosterone, it also reduces how much testosterone is actually available and active in your body. For men over 60 who already have declining testosterone, this is absolutely the last thing you need. Now, the flaxseed industry and many nutritionists will tell you about the omega-3 fatty acids in flaxseed, specifically ALA or alpha-linolenic acid. It's true that flaxseed contains ALA, but here's what they don't tell you. Your body is very poor at converting plant-based ALA into the active omega-3s that you actually need, which are EPA and DHA. The conversion rate is only about 5% to 10% at best. So you're getting minimal benefit from the omega-3s in flaxseed, while you're getting a massive dose of testosterone-suppressing lignans. Food number 5 is alcohol. Now, I know this isn't technically a food, but it's something many men consume regularly, and its effects on testosterone are so severe that I must include it. Many men over 60 enjoy a drink or two in the evening. Some men have wine with dinner. Others have a beer while watching television. Some men have a cocktail to unwind after a stressful day. While moderate alcohol consumption might have some social benefits and might even have minor cardiovascular benefits according to some studies, when it comes to testosterone, alcohol is absolutely devastating. Let me explain exactly what alcohol does to your hormone levels and why it's particularly harmful for men over 60. First, alcohol directly damages the Leydig cells in your testicles. These are the cells that manufacture testosterone. When you drink alcohol, it's toxic to these cells. Even moderate drinking causes cellular damage that reduces testosterone production. The more you drink and the more frequently you drink, the more damage accumulates. Over years of regular drinking, these cells become progressively less efficient at producing testosterone. Second, alcohol increases the activity of an enzyme called aromatase. Remember, aromatase converts testosterone into estrogen. When aromatase activity increases, your body converts more of your precious testosterone into estrogen. This is why men who drink heavily often develop gynecomastia, breast tissue growth. Their testosterone is being converted into estrogen at an accelerated rate. Third, alcohol disrupts your sleep, particularly the deep REM sleep stages. This matters enormously because most of your testosterone production happens during deep sleep. When alcohol disrupts your sleep architecture, your body simply cannot produce adequate testosterone, even if your Leydig cells are healthy. Many men tell me they sleep better after drinking alcohol, but sleep studies prove the opposite. Alcohol might help you fall asleep initially, but it severely disrupts sleep quality throughout the night. You wake up feeling unrest, and your testosterone production suffers dramatically. Fourth, alcohol damages your liver. Your liver is crucial for hormone metabolism and balance. A healthy liver helps clear excess estrogen from your body. When your liver is damaged by alcohol, it cannot effectively process and eliminate estrogen. This leads to estrogen buildup and further disrupts your testosterone to estrogen ratio. Now, I want to be realistic here. I'm not telling you that you can never have another drink for the rest of your life. But I am telling you that if you're serious about maintaining healthy testosterone levels after 60, you need to be very strategic about alcohol consumption. The dose matters enormously. 1 drink per day appears to be the threshold where testosterone effects become significant. If you're drinking more than that regularly, you're almost certainly suppressing your testosterone. And here's what many men don't realize. The definition of 1 drink is specific. It's 12 ounces of beer, 5 ounces of wine, or 1.5 ounces of hard liquor. Many men pour themselves drinks that are actually 2 or 3 standard drinks, but they count it as 1. Those large glasses of wine or heavy-handed cocktails add up quickly. Gentlemen, we've covered a lot of important information today. Let me recap the 5 foods that are killing your testosterone after 60. Number 1. Soy products, especially processed soy like soy milk, tofu, and hidden soy in packaged foods. These contain phytoestrogens that disrupt your hormonal balance. Number 2. Vegetable oils and fried foods. These create inflammation and toxic compounds that damage your testosterone-producing cells. Number 3. Mint, particularly spearmint and peppermint consumed regularly in teas or other products. These have anti-androgenic effects that suppress testosterone. Number 4. Flaxseed, often marketed as healthy, but loaded with lignans that act like estrogen in your body. And number 5. Alcohol, which damages testosterone production through multiple mechanisms and is particularly harmful when consumed daily or in large amounts. If you've been experiencing symptoms of low testosterone, low energy, weak erections, low sex drive, loss of muscle mass, increased belly fat, mood problems, or mental fog, I strongly encourage you to get your testosterone levels tested. A simple blood test can tell you where your levels are and whether you need additional interventions beyond dietary changes. Work with a doctor who understands male hormone optimization, not just someone who will tell you that low testosterone is normal for your age and there's nothing you can do about it. Thank you for watching today. If this information was valuable to you, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week specifically focused on men's health after 60, covering topics like prostate health, erectile function, cardiovascular health, and maintaining strength and vitality as you age. Drop a comment below and let me know which of these 5 foods you consume regularly and which one you're going to eliminate first. I read every comment and often use your questions and feedback to create future videos. Your health and vitality matter, and taking control of your testosterone through smart dietary choices is one of the most powerful things you can do for your overall quality of life. Stay strong, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.